Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Alrighty, all you Red Dogs fans, this is Rick Franceschino with my co-host Roy Franceschino for another edition of the Dog Pound. Now, I know midweek here we had a out of the ordinary type episode. I really wouldn't consider it an episode. It was more of us just wanting to let the Red Dogs Nation know how frustrated we were with the Orland Park Recreational Department. So I still feel some anger and some frustration, Roy. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. We've calmed down a lot more since then, but that anger is still there, and I think it always will be there until they get this issue resolved.
I really do think that the feelings have kind of mild since we are midway through the week. However, if we have another rain out for next week, because it's forecasted rain,
I think we're going to lose it.
That'll be an episode to watch for you, Red Dog Nation. If there's another rain out, it's going to be fireworks. So as far as previewing this episode of the Dog Pound, we can't recap last week. Obviously, as you know, we had a rain out. We were supposed to face the Empty Netters, who are 1-1. That game might get made up. We're not sure at the moment. However, we will preview next week against the Master Batters, who are 2-1. But we also have we'll also be joining on an interview here with Mr. Harry Balls. Now, Mr. Harry Balls, to give you guys some background, is an expert in the field of groundskeeping, and we feel an interview with him would allow us to get more information on how the Orland Park Recreational Department can possibly improve their ways of maintaining a baseball field or a softball field. So we'll have him on this episode of the Dog Pound. We'll preview next week, and I think we'll be having Harry Balls in a couple minutes. Actually, no, we actually have Harry Balls on the line right now. Harry, can you hear us?
Yes. Hi, Rich. I'm glad to be on the doghouse with you today.
Mm-hmm. Great to have you on the Dog Pound, Harry Balls. Now, I gave the Red Dogs Nation a little background. If you could give us a little background yourself on your career as a groundskeeper.
Well, I certainly could, Ray. I've been a groundskeeper for 50 years. We recently retired and hung up my rake and lawnmower in 2010. Mm-hmm. Started out very young. I was about 10 years old, maintaining the corner lot, which me and the neighborhood kids would play sand-lot ball. Mm-hmm. I'd go maybe 15, 20 minutes before the game, and I'd clean up the field of all the various beer bottles, concrete blocks, condoms, and drug needles that the crack addicts would leave, and also the occasional dog crap from the neighborhood dogs. After that point, I fell in love with groundskeeping. It was my calling. I just knew it was in my blood. Mm-hmm. So from that point on, I went on to doing Little League fields, and then ultimately the pinnacle of groundskeeping is I worked at a park district field.
So
Harry,
I
think you got a lot of credentials there, Harry.
Yeah, Harry's an expert in the field. Now, Harry, speaking of, because we know that you've had a lot of experience in the actual field itself and the profession, do you have any formal education as far as groundskeeping goes?
Well, I have no formal education other than a GED, but, all that school stuff is way overrated. You really got to get your hands in the dirt and in the grass, to smell the Kentucky bluegrass, and the feel of the Georgia black dirt in your hands. School's way overrated. So, no, guys, I have no formal education.
Mm-hmm. Now, just to give you some background on our situation, the past 2 weeks, our recreational department for the township, they've canceled the last 2 games due to rain. Now, in your career, how many games have you had to cancel or postpone due to the rain?
Never.
Never?
Never. It's unacceptable.
Wow.
We did have back in '74 a delay of a game. It was due to a crazy snowstorm, about 1.5 feet of snow. But I was able to strap on a couple snow shovels on the lawnmower, and I took care of it. And we were ready to play in about 2 hours.
So
that's about the extent of it.
So you've never actually canceled or postponed a game because of rain?
No, I've never allowed for rain to to have a rain out. Never.
Wow, that amazing.
Now, Harry, I got a question for you. So what type of precautions, or what do you do, when rain does occur, and unfortunately when it does rain, what measures do you take?
Well, what I've done is I've got a $25 tarp that I've had with me all these many years. I throw a tarp down, some cinder blocks so the wind don't blow it away, and we're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been saying. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. That's what I was thinking, Harry. Yep, so it's just,
So, Harry, you're telling me in your, 50 years of groundskeeping, you have never had to cancel a game due to rain simply by putting just a $20, $30 tarp on the field with a couple cinder blocks?
That is correct, Rob. Never did I have a rain out due to rain. No.
Oh, wow.
Also, a little known fact, if you're familiar with the movie Caddyshack,
We are.
and just to give you a sense of my bravado in the community, the character of Bill Murray was a takeoff of me. So I do have quite the reputation in the groundskeeping world.
Yeah,
that's very interesting. That is a
fun fact. Great fun fact
for our fans out there.
So yeah. So I want to thank you for your time, Harry Balls, on volunteering your time and getting your thoughts regarding the profession of groundskeeping. I know we will mention some of the things that you have just mentioned to us. We'll give those, probably forward those to maybe the Orland Park Recreational Department and see if possibly they could maybe improve their ways
maybe
of maintaining
even
the
if he
field.
wants to come out of retirement,
That's
we would
cool.
love to have him out and take care of our field, because we need somebody with
some experience.
His experience.
Well, Ron, maybe a few cases of short malt liquor, you might be able to pull me out of retirement. You never know.
That sounds like a
Harry,
to me, Harry.
Harry, I think we have it in the budget to get you some of those. So once again, the Red Dog Nation, I would like to thank Harry Balls for joining us on the Dog Pound. Just a well-known groundskeeper throughout the area, a phenomenal expert in the field of groundskeeping and field maintenance. So
thank you, Harry.
Thanks for the time, Harry.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, and it's been a pleasure being on the Doghouse with you. And the very best of luck to you and the team. And again, rainouts are just unacceptable. They're just unacceptable. It should never happen. So good luck and Godspeed.
Thanks, Harry. So there you go, Red Dog Nation. Straight from the horse's mouth there, Harry Ball saying that it only takes a $20 or $30 tarp and some cinder blocks to get a field easily playable for a Sunday softball game. So what are your takes on that, Roy?
Yeah, I've just been preaching it all along. In my rant, a couple days ago when I got all worked up.
Yep.
I thought that would be a simple solution. Seems to be I'm right. I really don't have any experience in the field, but Harry does, and he's going with
he's verifying your opinion.
My opinion.
Yeah, he's verifying that.
So it really seems like this is a simple problem with a simple solution.
It's a simple fix,
and for them not to be able to figure that out, there's something wrong.
I mean, I think it's a top-down effect. I really do. But I mean, folks, it's not hard to maintain a field. We heard it from Harry Balls. It's $20, $30 tarp, some cinder blocks, and the field's ready to go. So hopefully this issue can get resolved. Like I said, it's going on for years. And I think until this problem gets addressed and fixed, I feel that we will be frustrated a lot, and will continue to be frustrated with this. When it's such an easy solution, I feel, right? So I mean, it's just when we have a 10 to 12 week season, and we're losing 3-4 games of rainouts, and with double headers and holidays, we're losing half our season. It's unacceptable. I mean, Harry Burrell said itself, in his 50 years as a groundskeeper, he didn't have any cancellations or postponed.
It's remarkable. It's remarkable.
And it was because of snow. I remember there was a freak accident. It was a freak snowstorm in April back in what?
74 it was, I think you said.
Yeah, 74. So I mean, it's just unacceptable, all these rainouts. So I mean, until this issue gets addressed, we'll continue to have our feelings. But straight from Harry Balls, it's $20 tarp and some cinder blocks, and it's good to go. Previewing this next week, we're going to be facing the Master Blasters. They are, I believe, 2-1 when you check the standings. I looked at the numbers as far as offensively and defensively. Red Dogs just look far better on paper. hopefully we can take that same the same winning streak we've had and continue it and extend it into a 4-game winning streak if possible. As far as how the team's looking, like I said, there's going to be a lot of rust because we've had 2 weeks off due to the rainouts and then Memorial Day weekend before that. So, I mean, this is going to be the first time we're playing in 3 or 4 weeks. I think the team's going to be rusty, Roy. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I definitely think we're going to be rusty, but I think the empty netters, or not, I'm sorry, not empty netters, master batters. They will be probably just as rusty as us. So, rust versus rust.
There's not much of an edge there as far as having the time off. Now, it'd be different. It'd be different if the master batters played last week, but they did not. So
I'm assuming they didn't. If we didn't play, they didn't play.
Yeah, exactly. So. We have Mangerson coming back, taking the mound, first time in about a month. Farrell will be rejoining us, I believe, at shortstop. So as far as the team, I think we'll be good to go, and we'll have a full roster. I don't think there's going to be any other major changes besides that. I mean, we'll have to talk to Mr. Dougie Lammy, the manager, and get the heads up. He usually does a head count a couple days ahead, so we can let you know once we know. But as far as this game coming up Sunday, I did not check the time, Roy. Do you know what time that starts?
I have no clue.
Actually, you know what?
I have no clue.
I think it's 5:30. I believe it's 5:30. You know what?
I don't have it in front of me.
It is. You know what? Red Dog Nation, it is 5:30. I remembered. I am coming back from a trip this coming Sunday. It's a 5:30 start, so I should be able to make it. If it was a 4:30 one, I don't know if I would have made it by first pitch, but 5:30 I'll be able to make it. So, Red Dog Nation, 5:30 start against C5 against the Master Batters. Hopefully we can get out another W. However, I believe it is forecasted rain for this coming Sunday.
It hasn't rained all week, but again, the field was in such bad condition from last week. Who really knows? Mm-hmm. We might not even need a drop of more rain, and they might still cancel. Yeah. Just be prepared for fireworks possibly next week, guys. If we do get a drop of rain, I think this one's going to get canceled again. But let's hope not, because me and Rick don't want to go there. So let's hope we play, and we'll see you guys all hopefully on Sunday. Cross our fingers, and everyone.
Hope to see you out there.
You enjoyed the show.
Fulfill the stands, guys. So, like I said, thank you for joining us with another edition of the Dog Pound. We got our game coming up this Sunday, C5, 5:30 against the 2-1 Master Batters. We're looking to go 4-0, folks, and extend that winning streak and our first place lead. As always, Red Dog Nation, keep barking.